Right, so this is going to be your video walkthrough on your 25 Wildwood 44 View. All right, we'll get started right up front. So you've got your propane. Both these tanks are full. They are the 30-pound tanks. The arrow here, if this arrow is facing this tank, that's the tank it's pulling off of. When the green turns red, it's just letting you know it's out. Spin it around to this side, open this tank up, and then you're back up and running. Always do one or the other. That way you always got a backup. Some of these regulators, if you turn that arrow straight down, they'll pull both tanks at the same time. But always do one or the other. All right, we got a brand new battery on this thing right back here for you. And then your battery disconnect switch, if you can see it, is right here. So anytime you're not using the camper or it's in storage, always cut that switch off, and it'll maintain your battery for you to keep you a good battery. That way when you come back to it, you can operate your slides, the lights, everything like that. Right, we got your storage here. Now this table hangs up on the other side of the camper, right below the window. Right, you got your fresh tank fill. So if you guys ever go boondocking somewhere's off grid, pop this cap off, stick your water hose in there, fill that tank up before you leave, and this one's around 50-60 gallons of fresh water. Anytime you're at a campground or setting up permanently, always hook into this city water connection here. At the campgrounds, make sure you use a city pressure regulator. Furnace exhaust here. Keep in mind that thing gets very hot. Here we got your black tank flush. Whenever you hook your water hose to this, always make sure that your black tank handle right here is pulled open. Reason being, you're flushing that tank out, and if it's full, you're adding water to it, so it will come out the commode or come out the vent on the roof. So always make sure your black tank handles are open whenever you're using the black tank flush. Stabilizer jacks, you got several around the camper. 3/4 socket and a drill is what we normally use, but they also come with a hand crank. This little door here is going to be behind the refrigerator. So if something ever happens to it and somebody needs to get in there to work on it, you can pop this, come through it right here to work on it. Just keeps from having to pull the refrigerator out the wall. Your range vent up top here. So anytime you're cooking on the stove, you want to make sure there's a little flap in there. You want to make sure that flap is open so the heat comes outside instead of circulating on the inside. And anytime you're storing it, make sure that flap pops back in and just keeps the bugs out. Slide topper on the top of the camper up here on top of the slides, so you don't have to worry about those. All right, so this right here is just going to be behind the water heater. This gives you easy access. Your bypass valves are up top here, so anytime you winterize this thing, turn your bypass valves like that. Make sure they're in line like that, and that bypasses the water heater. Keeps the antifreeze from getting in there. All right. And you got your water heater itself here. This is an on-demand water heater. This thing will keep you hot water until you run out of propane. The master switch here, you can leave this one on all the time. You got another switch inside that you can control the on and off and control the temperature. You got another black tank flush here. And remember, when you use this, always make sure your black tank handle is open. And that's going to be this handle here. The right side over here is a gray tank, so it's just going to be sinks and showers. You got 2 low point drains here. The red is going to be your hot side, the blue is your cold side. In the winter time, if you're not using the camper, drain it out. And just open these drains here, go inside, open up all your faucets. Everything will drain out right there. This here is going to be a outdoor shower. All right, so that's the hot side, and then you got the cold side. Alright, power cord comes with the camper, and it's a 50 amp unit. The power cord is around 25-30 foot long. When you're filling up your fresh tank, this here is just the overflow valve. Cable or satellite hookup is going to be here.
It's glued. Just keep the pressure on it to pop right open.
There we go. Cable's on the left side, satellite's on the right side. Right, so your exhaust fan for your bathrooms right here. The spot over here to the left is going to be for a ladder. You just scan that QR code, it'll take you to the website where you can order the ladder. Alright. The awning is about halfway out. It'll go probably about another 5 foot. You do have outdoor speakers, and they are JBLs. Now, when you do, if you want to put your outdoor TV, you got your 110 power there, and then you got reception from inside to out here to the TV. And this is the spot where that table hangs out I showed you a while ago in that compartment. Another outdoor speaker there. And then way down here on the end, you got one more outlet, and that's just a 110 outlet, and these are GFI protected. All right, now everything else y'all's on the inside. We'll walk in here and get started. All right, so I like to start over here at the main control panel. This is where all your slides, your awning, lights, and everything like that's going to be at. All right, so right up top here, these little buttons here are going to activate the meter. So right's full, left is empty. So your fresh tank is empty. Your batteries are good. Your black tank is empty. Black 2 is empty. Gray 1 is empty. And then your galley tank. Galley tank is kitchen sink only. Water pump, if you ever fill your fresh tank up, I showed you outside a while ago, just turn this switch on. That's what's going to pressurize the whole camper, sink, showers, commode, everything. Awning lights for outside. Then you got accent lights. This one here does up under the island and above the slide. All right, now the switch in the center here does the strip lights across the ceiling. So down's off, up's on, and then it does have a little slider here on the right side where you can dim them out. All right, so slide switch is going to be here. So these are going to be hydraulic slides. So just push in and hold in until both slides come all the way in. Down is the same way, hold it down until both slides go all the way out. This one's going to be awning. So up is in and down is out. And up here on the top, so you got this is going to be your water heater control. So the first switch here is just on and off. Then you got your up and down to select the temp. Then this one just does Celsius or Fahrenheit. You got your thermostat here for the living room area. So right now it's off. So hit it one time, activates it. Hit it one more time, you can select the mode, and you can do cool or heat. The heat comes out the floor vents. The AC comes out through the roof vents. I always try to run this thing on auto high. That way it just does its cycles. And then you can set the temp here, just spin the knob. All right, we'll come in here to the bedroom. All right, so bedroom controls are going to be all in here. So up top, you got your thermostat for the bedroom. So hit it one time, activates it. Then you got your cool, dry cool, and off. So the only one that works the heater is going to be the one in the living room in there. And then auto high, and then you can select the temp. All right, now before you go to put your slides in, the VersaTilt bed here, you always want to make sure the bed is in the up position. Because if it's in the down position, when you run the slides in, it's going to run straight into your cabinet here. So you don't want to, you always want to make sure it's up like this. And then the last switch over here is just going to be lights for in here, on and off. Behind this drawer here, just have to pull this drawer out. It's going to be where your water pump is. That's the antifreeze inlet. It's going to be in there. So if you ever winterize the camper using the antifreeze way, just pull this drawer out, take it completely out, and the hose is right up under it. Fireplace for the bedroom. So the first switch over here turns it on and off. The second one does the flame colors. The third one does the rock colors. The fourth one is low heat, high heat. And then if you see L4, the heat's off just for the accent lights. And then the last button here is going to be a timer. So you can run this thing for 9 hours. Up here on in the slide room, you do have push button lights. One here, and you got one on the other side as well. TV hookup's going to be right here for the bedroom. Now, anytime you want to watch like local channels off the antenna on the roof, make sure this green light's on. Anytime you hook into cable at the campground, push the button there, turn the green light off. Always hook into this one for your cable, and this one here is for your satellite. All right. So you got another control panel right here. So this control panel here is going to operate all of your blinds. So just make sure whichever blind you want on. So you got 1 through 7 on the blinds. Pick whichever one you want, or you can do all of them at the same time. And he's going to wave the camera around and show you these things work. So down takes them down, up takes them back up. And like I said, you can choose each individual shade if you wanted to. So just pick whichever one you want to work. So now I'm going to cut them all off. And then you got a TV lift here. So when you turn the TV lift on, down takes it down. And that thing's pretty quick. Up brings it back up. All right, the little light switch here is going to be the Olympic looking lights up top here. All right. Now what time we're right here at the sink. So if you turn this knob here to the right or to your left, so a little bit's going to be just cold. Now if you turn it all the way, it's going to be the hot side. And there goes the hot side. All right, now if you turn it to your right, it comes out the wand here. A little bit's going to be cold, all the way to the right it's going to be hot. You can change the way this thing sprays if you want, just by these buttons here. And then the top one does that. So the on and off button looking thing here. So if you turn it to your left, so the only thing this is going to do is going to raise your drain stopper there a little bit. So if you don't want to stick your hand down in the water, turn that thing straight up and down, and it drains the water. Soap dispenser here. Pull the plunger out. Put whatever kind of soap you want. Put it back in there and prime it up. This over here is a cup washer. Don't never push that thing down unless you got a cup on top of it, upside down, because that thing will shoot to the ceiling. Got your pantry here. Nope, this ain't pantry. This is gonna be bathroom. Sorry about that. Last walkthrough I was in had a pantry here. All right, so you got your hot side, and you got your cold side. Downs off. Now on your commode. So halfway down on this little pedal to the right is going to be water just to fill up the bowl. All the way down is going to be flush. And then you do have a light switch here for lighting here in this little mini bathroom. Now, all your refrigerator controls are going to be right up top here. And you can do the freezer setting, refrigerator setting. You do have ice maker on this one if you wanted to do ice. And the last one here is just a door alarm. If it starts dinging, you left the door open too long. Alright, and you got your freezer. And if you can see right up in there, you got your ice maker. So you do have an on and off switch there for the ice maker. So anytime you want to use the ice maker, just turn it on and off there. Alright, you got push button lights up here. Then you got a range light here. So that's just a light. Then that's the fan. And then other than that, it's pretty much like a regular household style microwave. And you got another push button light over there. Now on your stove, the button over to the left is just blue lights above the knobs. Now if you want to fire up the stove top, turn to high and push in on it. And anytime you change the tanks out on this thing, it's going to suck air into the line. So just hold it for a few seconds just so it pushes the air out and it will light. And we just filled the tanks up on this thing, so it's going to take just a second to get it there. So just give it a little bit of time and the gas will work its way through the lines and push all the air out. So the back burner up top here. Now when these burners light, you want to make sure you hold that button for an extra couple seconds just so that the coupler gets hot and it stays lit. Because when it lights, if you let right off of it, most of the time they'll go right back out until the coupler gets hot. The center one here is going to be for the oven. Now on the oven part, now if you see these little holes right in the center here, you can kind of look in there and see it clicking. So that's going to be your pilot light. Now when you see the blue flame come to that, you'll see it. Then you know the pilot light is lit. And it's trying to light. There it goes. So the pilot light is lit now. So once that lights, keep holding it for another 2 or 3 seconds just so the coupler gets hot. So it don't go out on you when it lights. Alright. Then turn to whatever temp you want by the knob. And then it goes around the burner. And the knob's right here. And you can kind of, the temps are around the side of the knob there. And it goes all the way to 500. Alright, now your pantry is going to be here. So if you come on this side and look right here, you do have a lock on this pantry so it don't swing open whenever you're traveling. Just pop that off and then it slides right out. Now anytime you're storing it or traveling or anything, I always lock that back down. And that'll just keep it from damaging anything if it does move a little bit. Slide lights are going to be right up top, and they have their own little on and off switch on them. Both of them do. got radio. It's going to be right in here. Bottom left button turns it on and off. Channel select, up and down. Play and pause, volume up and down. All right. So zone A is going to be the speakers right above the TV. Zone B is going to be the speakers above the island over there. And zone C is going to be your outside. Now you can have all three going at the same time if you want. That's totally up to you. This radio is Bluetooth. You can hook it to the TV. It does have a couple HDMI ports on it. If you want to plug a DVD player or something like that into it, you could. And you got your fireplace here, similar to your one in your bedroom. And it does have the buttons on it here to control it, just like the bedroom does. A little bit of storage here right behind the couch, not much. All right. So we'll come up top here. There's really not a whole lot up here. You got one light switch right over here at the top of the stairwell. So lights turn on, and then up there you got USB ports and 110 power right over there. And then over here on this side, you got your TV hookups. And that's about it up top on this side. The blinds up here are going to be manual, so just manually pull them up and down. All right. Main light switch for the bathroom is going to be right here. Sometimes those will have a little switch on them themselves. This one don't. All right. So you got your hot water. Now the pink stuff coming out is just antifreeze. Just keep it from freezing in the wintertime. And you just want to let that run until that clears up. And then you got the cold side. I think somebody turned my water off outside. Halfway down on the pedal is going to be just water to fill up the bowl. All the way down flush. So you got your shower here. So if the knob's to the left, to the right side over there, it's on the cold side. You turn it over here to this side, it's on the hot. Now if this knob here is facing toward the shower doors, it's doing the body sprayers. Straight up and down does the top sprayer. To the right does the body sprayers plus the top. And then if the little nub's straight down, it just does the wand. Anytime you travel with this camper, always make sure these shower doors are locked down and the lock for it's right there. They are glass and they will shatter. You do have washer and dryer hookup in here and the power outlets to power them up. Exhaust fan for the bathroom. Top switch cuts it on and off. Grab a hold of the handle, push the button, push out equally, and it opens up. Push the button, pull it back in, closes it. The bottom right here is just going to be a fuse for it. Then you do have a toilet paper holder there. And more storage. Breaker box and fuse panels here. So push right in the center, push it in, pops it open. Everything is labeled what does what, even down to the 12-volt side. So if any, and the cool thing about the 12-volt side on this camper, if any one of those fuses pop, there's going to be a little red light to light up beside exactly which one pops. And that's why this screen's here for. So when it's closed, if you ever notice a red light glowing in there, it's just letting you know a fuse popped. All right. Switch right here by the door is going to be for the ceiling fan right here in the living room. So up is on, down is off. Then lastly, we got the bunk up top over here over the master bedroom, and then we'll be done with the walkthrough. All right, so there's really not a whole lot up here. You got one light switch here, which is the master lights for this side of the bunk. You got a power outlet there. You got USB ports and 110 power right there. TV hookups are there. And then you got more USB ports and 110 power on this side of the bunk. AC filters are going to be on the sides of both air conditioners the same exact way. These are washable. Wash them out, let them dry, stick them right back up. All right, and that's going to be about it on the walkthrough, guys. If I'm going to be quiet for a minute and let him just do a quick walk around with this thing and just let you guys check it out.